Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and today I have my first update for round 8 of the roulette pan collab. As usual, I will have Rebecca and Alexy's channels linked down below. They are the two creators of this project and I'm so happy they decided to do a round 8 because round 7 was my first time joining in and I had so much fun with it, and I'm so glad that I'm back for round 8. So let's just get into the prompts that I had and the products I chose, and we're going to be picking some new prompts today, so that's very exciting. I'm just going to go down my list that I have in numerical order since I did this project last round and I combined both lists. I started out with 150, but I went through quite a few prompts last go round. So my list is kind of all over the place. So I think 4 of these are from the new list of 100 and the last 2 are from the old list of 50. The first prompt I got was actually prompt number 1, and that was pick an item in the category that you're best at panning. So I decided to choose eyeshadow. And for that, I picked a shade out of my ABH Jackie Aina palette. My goal was to hit pan in the shade Trust Issues, and I think it's kind of hard to see, but you'll just have to trust me if you can't see it. But there is pan in this palette. Maybe there, you can see it a little bit better right there. So it took me 23 uses to hit pan in this shade. I mostly used it in my inner corner. I did one look where I put it over most of my lid and I really liked how that turned out, and that was the look that hit pan on it. So we're gonna be rolling something else in for that shade. The next prompt I had was number 17. An item that's out of season, and I picked this Sally Hansen nail polish in Mint Sorbet, which is actually what I have on my nails today, along with like a sparkly kind of top coat. My goal was to use this 5 times, and this is my 5th manicure with it, so I will also be rolling this out. I really, really like this color. So I'm happy that I rolled this into the project because it's just been sitting in my collection for way too long. And I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to hit my goal on this, but the past few weeks I've been doing my nails like every single night. So that's how I was able to actually use this 5 times in the past month. Next, number 42 is an item from a brand you no longer support. And I no longer support Anastasia Beverly Hills. And since this palette was already in for prompt number 1, I thought I would keep it and like have it do double duty. So my goal for this prompt was to use each shade twice. Where's my little cheat sheet? The only shade I have not used at all yet is Zam right here. So other than that, I've used everything twice except Soleil I've used once, Big Wig I've used once, Lituation I've used once, Wigglies I've used once, and then Shookington and Sponsored I've used once. So I need to use this palette 8, well, assuming I only use one shade at a time, I need to use this palette 8 more times before I can roll it out. So I'm not mad that it's staying in for another month because I really love this palette. This is one of my favorites. Okay, the next prompt was on my list, number 78, your most expensive eyeshadow palette, and that is my Lorac Mega Pro 2. I mean, it was a toss-up between this and the Mega Pro 4 since they both cost 59 bucks, but I had the Mega Pro 4 in for a prompt last round, so I thought I'd bring this one in. My goal is to use each shade one time because there's 32 shades in here. I've managed to use 20 shades in the last month, one time at least. So I still have 12 to go. Normally I would have like pushed myself to really get this out, but I'm working on so many eyeshadows and I finished some prompts, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised because I've used every single matte shade. It's the shimmers that I still have left to work with. But I think that's just because of my Pan Those Eyeshadows project and focusing on the shimmers in there. So these are kind of a second thought. So I'm hoping that after this month, both of these two palettes will be rolled out and we'll have some new prompts, but I'm not upset that I'm going to continue working on it for the next month. Next, it was number 97 on my list, a product of your choice, and I picked my Momo Beauty contour stick. My goal was to use the highlighter side 10 times and the contour side 10 times. I did do that. I used it 10 times. I always use them together. I really like the contour stick on here. The highlighter, it doesn't really do much for my skin, honestly. Like, it doesn't really, I guess I would say it's not my preferred formula because it's a very subtle. It's very subtle, let's put it that way. And I don't usually prefer subtle, but it was nice to use as a base to put different highlighters on top of. So this is the third product that I hit my goal on, so I will be rolling this out. And then my last product was number 131, a subscription box item. And I picked this Dirty Little Secret blush in Kitty Pink because I've got it from an Ipsy and I've had it forever. I did have to repress it because I dropped it on the floor and like the case didn't open, it just shattered inside of the case, so I had to repress it. My goal for this was to use it 15 times and I've used it 7 times so far, including today. I have it on, kind of hard to see because it's a pretty subtle blush, but I have it on over a cream blush that I'm working on in my Throwback 30 project, so it pairs really nicely with that one. They're both kind of cool pinks. I know I said I was going to put this in the project because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not, but I'm still going to use it the other 8 times that I need to, but I think I can say that I am going to be keeping this one in my collection. So 8 more times and then I can roll it out. I should be able to use it 8 times in the coming up month. So hopefully by next update, this will also be rolled out. So I'm using like a new kind of setup a little bit. I have a new ring light. So I'm a little further away from my laptop, which is how I generate numbers. So I'm gonna hop off real quick, generate the numbers, come back, tell you what I got, and then I'm gonna hop off again and go pick my products. So I will be right back with my new numbers. Okay, I picked my 3 new prompts. I did have to re-roll once because I got a prompt that is already in this current round. But I got the numbers 130, 127, and 105. So I believe these are all coming from the old list of 50 since they're at the end of my numbered list, and that's where I had those categories. So I'll go in the order that I rolled them. So first I rolled 130, which is from a product from a lesser known brand, which if you've seen any of my videos lately, you know that I've been getting a lot of indie makeup lately, so I'm really excited to play with something new. Number 127 is an item that highlights, brightens, or illuminates, so that shouldn't be too hard because I've got a little bit of a highlighter collection. And number 105 is a product out of your comfort zone. This is the one that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna go have a little look through my collection and then pick some stuff out and be right back. That wasn't quite as hard as I expected, but I did it to myself again, so you'll see. Where, wow, my room is such a mess. Where did I put, oh. Okay, so going down the list of how I picked them. Number 130, something from a lesser known brand. I, like yesterday, just got an order from this indie brand called Pretties for Your Face, and I got 25 eyeshadows. I'm sure, given my other prompts, you can see where this is going. My goal for this is going to be to use each eyeshadow that I got in this order one time. So that's 25 different eyeshadows on top of the 12 left in my Lorac Mega Pro, on top of the 8 uses left on my Jackie Aina. So these singles are probably going to be in for a couple of months, but that's okay, because part of the reason I'm pulling them in is because I don't want to just make a goal to hit pan on something. I want to use everything that I've got in that's new. So that's why I'm doing a one-time each for all 25 of my Pretties for Your Face single eyeshadows that I just got. Number 127 is the item that highlights, brightens, or illuminates, and because I think it will go well with the blush in this project and some of the other blushes that I'm working on, I chose this Super Shock Cheek in Parallel. This is, I think, supposed to be a highlighter, but I'm going to use it more as a glowy blush topper. There, you can kind of see right there, because I have a decent number of these Super Shock Cheeks and I'm not using them, so I want to get a little more use out of this. I'm going, because I know I've seen people pan the Super Shock Cheeks and I know it takes a while, so I don't want to make a goal to hit pan because I don't want to work on it for that long. So I'm going to do another 15 use goal on this one. And then the last one is 105, a product out of your comfort zone. And this is a little mini lip gloss from Copacetic Cosmetics that came in the subscription box in the shade Depth. This is definitely out of my comfort zone because this is a really dark, like blackened forest green lip gloss with sparkle. So that's really not something that I would have picked out for myself. So my goal, because it's so tiny, I think I'm going to try to use this up. Like, that's my goal, is going to be to use this up. It'll probably be in the project probably for the rest of the time, but that's okay. So those are my 3 new prompts. So just to really quickly run down everything that I'm working on for this coming up month. I'm still working on my Jackie Aina palette. I still have a few shades that I need to hit that 2 use goal on, or some shades that, or the 1 shade that I still haven't used at all yet. I need to finish up using the 12 shades in my Lorac Mega Pro 2 that I haven't used yet. I have to finish up the 8 more uses on my Dirty Little Secrets blush in Kitty Pink, and then we have my new products, which is using 25 single shadows 1 time each, using my Super Shock Cheek 15 times, and finishing off that little lip gloss. So that is my update. As always, I'm really looking forward to watching everybody's update videos. I'll have the playlist linked down below, and the nice thing about this year is that Rebecca made it, I don't know, like a public playlist, so you don't have to wait for her to upload your video or to add your video to it. You can add it yourself, which is nice if you're uploading at weird times and you just want your video to be on the playlist right away. You can do it yourself. So I will link the playlist down below. Like I said, I will link their channels down below as well, so you can go check them out. But I'm sure if you're here watching this, you were already subscribed to both of them. But with that, I hope everybody is staying safe and sane and healthy and you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.